Hello grade 7 students. We will discover the second part of our lesson, gaseous state.
So at the end of this video, you will be able to infer that gases are expandable while solids and liquids are not, define the term fluid, confirm that gases are fluids. Before we start, I will remind you that gases are compressible while solids and liquids are not. Now pay attention, it's e-learning time. In order to learn more about the characteristics of gases, let's read the procedure in worksheet 10, page 23. You can apply the procedure if you want. Here we will repeat the same experiment as in the previous video, but by pulling the piston of the two syringes outwards. So first, pull the piston of the first syringe outwards to enter a volume of air V1 equal 4 ml, then close its opening. Then, fill the second syringe with a volume of water V'1 equal 4 ml, then close its opening. After that, pull the piston of each syringe outwards. The new volume of air V3 is equal to 5 ml, while the volume of water V'3 remains 4 ml. So in the first case, the volume of air after pulling the piston V3 equal 5 ml is greater than that before V1 equal 4 ml, while in the case of water, the volume of water after pulling the piston is equal to that before, so V'1 equal V'3 equal 4 ml. This experiment leads us to a new property called expandability, where the volume of a certain quantity of a body can be increased. So gases are expandable, while liquids are not expandable. Also, solids are not expandable. Now let's discover the meaning of the term fluid. Everything that flows, everything that can be poured from one container into another is fluid. So of course, liquids are fluids. But what about gases? This experiment will help us to answer this question. Are gases fluids? First, fill a container with water. Then place an empty bottle upside down in the container. Then bring a bowl, put a pipe on its blowhole, then attach the other side of the pipe into the opening of the bottle. What do you observe? Bubbles are observed, and the level of water decreases. This means that the gas flows into the bottle, causing a decrease in the level of water. So, since gases flow, so gases are fluids. Now, dear students, keep in your mind that gases are compressible and expandable. Solids and liquids are not compressible and therefore they're not expandable too. Gases are fluids. Now, dear students, please open your booklet on page 24 to solve exercise 2. We isolate a certain mass of air of volume 3 ml in a syringe having a closed opening. Answer the following questions by justifying your answer at each time. We push the piston inwards. For the isolated air in the syringe, how each of the following varies? The mass. The mass will remain constant since the quantity of matter didn't change. The volume. The volume decreases since the space occupied by the gas decreased. The density. The density will increase since the mass remained constant while the volume decreased. And the density is inversely proportional to the volume. Now we pull the piston of the syringe outward. So, the volume of air was 3 milliliter before pulling the piston, and it becomes 5 milliliter after pulling the piston. A. Compare the volume of the air in the two cases. V1 3 milliliter is less than V2 5 milliliter. Draw out a conclusion concerning a property of gases. Gases are expandable. Finally, thank you for your attention.